What's going on, everybody? I'm back. I figured today I would go over a list of things I like to keep in my truck, especially during the winter time. When right now it happens to be winter while I'm making this video, and these are things that I like to keep in my truck. You know, everybody's going to have different things that they want to keep with them, but I feel like this is something everybody should have, in my opinion, or a lot of people probably do carry with them, and it's a good idea. A couple gallons of drinking water for sure. I mean, you're on the road, you never know what's going to happen, especially in the wintertime. You may come upon an accident or something. And I know of a bunch of times that I've seen on the news, and a couple times that, I've come upon a few accidents that I've had to sit and idle for a long time, you know, almost 2 days one time just for myself. And I know there's other people out there that's done the same thing. You get thirsty if you ain't got nothing to drink, obviously. Um, I personally like to keep a sleeping bag with me, especially during the wintertime for emergencies. And again, the same instance, if you're stranded out in the middle of nowhere or shut down on the highway in the winter due to snow or ice, you run out of fuel. It's a good idea to have something to keep warm. And again, being with wintertime, I think it's a good idea to have some shelf stable food of some kind. I know not everybody can afford a refrigerator, and you run out of fuel and the truck shuts off. It's not that you wouldn't be able to run the refrigerator all the time anyway. So some shelf stable food of some kind, I feel like is a good thing to have in a truck. Not a lot, obviously. You don't want to have a whole lot of weight sitting in the truck because the more weight you have in the cab with you, the less you can put in the back. In your dry van or on your flatbed, whatever you're pulling. Small toolkit for sure. I mean, by no means am I a mechanic myself, but I like to think that I can fix little things. I feel like it's a good idea to have a toolkit with you, and in that toolkit, I mean, pliers, adjustable wrench of some kind, um, some things to do some electrical work with. Just little things like that. Um, Another thing like notepad and pens. It's always a good idea to have some pens and a notepad, some way to write some information down because you're going to need it. At some point in time, you're going to need it. And it's always good to have something like that on hand. Another good thing to keep with you. I know a lot of people don't anymore, but I feel like it's a good idea. Like I said, I've been doing this for a while, so you can call me old school if you want to. I think it's a good idea to keep a road atlas of some kind, and one that's made for trucks, not one that's made for cars. And I like to keep my truck clean, so I feel like it's a must-have. A small broom and a dustpan, just a little one. They sell them in truck stops all the time. Not very expensive. Good idea. And for you guys that's looking to get into dry van or just starting out in a dry van, it's a good idea to have a push broom, something to clean the deck out on the trailer after you drop a load off or something. Because sometimes you come into places that you're getting ready to haul some food grade stuff. They want your trailer to be nice and clean, and if it's not, they're either going to kick you out or you're going to have to pull back off the dock and sweep it out anyway. So, you know, good idea to have a push broom and a dry van as well. Good idea to have something to keep your load secure, some load bars, straps, something like that. Uh, I let When I pull a dry van, I like to keep at least four of them. I mean, obviously you don't have to use them if you don't feel like you need to, but you're going down the road, somebody slams on their brakes or something, or you have to make a quick move. It's a good idea to have something back there to keep your load from moving around, because that load moves, it's liable to move you. That may not end well. And the push broom's a good idea for a step deck or a flatbed as well. And even an RGN like I'm pulling, I got a push broom. Sometimes I go pick up some equipment, got mud on the tracks, dries going down the road. Whenever I unload, it runs off the tracks, leaves it on my trailer, I got to clean that off. Something bounces off my trailer and hits a car, cracks their windshield or something like that, I'm liable for it. Or the company you drive for is liable for it. So it's a good idea. Another good thing for trucking in general, I feel, is like one of these vests I got behind me, a safety vest. A lot of places require it. And flatbeds and stuff like that, safety vest, some gloves, some good leather gloves. I feel like, leather gloves is going to last a little bit longer. It's expensive to keep replacing those cheaper gloves. And a hard hat, safety glasses, earplugs, just PPE, something to protect yourself. And, that way you don't have to take those nasty ones that they got there at the guard shack. Like, oh, you got your hard hat? No, I ain't got one. They give you one that's like 3 sizes too small. Yeah, that works. What are you talking about that works? That barely covered my nose up. So yeah, just invest in yourself, invest in your truck. Make it a lot easier for you. That's pretty much all I got today. Just some things that I like to keep in my truck and feel like it's a good idea. I'll be back with another video, start breaking down some things that I feel like a good idea to have for running a flatbed or a step deck, something like that, or an open trailer of any kind, pretty much. Some essentials that you need just to get started. I mean, later on down the road, after you're started, you're going to end up needing more stuff. It happens every time. I know a lot of truck drivers that starting out, and a lot of guys who started out with me, and over the years, we've found little things that mean big differences in how fast you can get something strapped down. That's going to be in a video to come. I'm going to try to get a video out every day. Can't guarantee it, but I'm going to try. It's not always easy. Oh, and one more thing. CB. I know a lot of companies don't allow them anymore, but if you can get one and your company allows it, get one. I know a lot of guys that do have them, they don't run them all the time. They get tired of hearing everybody on there talking and stuff, and I understand that. It gets annoying, but they're a good idea to have, because sometimes you get in a place you ain't got no cell service. Eventually, there's going to be a truck come by if you broke down, more than likely. And, I can't guarantee it, but more than likely there will be. And a CB is a good thing to have. Might be able to get yourself out of a tough situation with one. But pretty much sum it up, this is all stuff that I feel like is a good idea to have. But hey, if you don't feel like it is, that's you, man. Y'all have a good day. Be safe out there.